Hey, Vivian.
Hi, Matt. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Can't complain. Life's pretty good.
Yeah. Um, I saw you couple races ago. I think Phoenix, right?
Yeah, Phoenix and DC.
And DC. Oh my gosh. You race a lot.
A lot, and also not. It depends on who you compare to. There's people racing lots and lots.
Yeah, now that I think about it, you're one who doesn't do anything besides the majors. So you were like, so do you have enough points now though? Are you good?
With Worlds, as long as Worlds is okay, hopefully, then yeah, I should be good for next season. Because I guess assuming the first major is before Hamburg, because Hamburg, Phoenix, DC, Warsaw Worlds.
Right. So let's go. I forgot Martin Hentoven, Joanna, Lauren, Linda, Viv. You're good.
For
Yeah,
now.
for now, right?
Yeah.
Um, I think you'll be fine. Do you think about do you think about how do I catch Joanna? How do I catch Lauren? How do I catch both? How do you approach this? Because I asked Dylan about catching Ronco, and he had like this exact breakdown of like I'm going to get 20 seconds here and 8 seconds here, and I was like, that's impressive. I was just kind of casually asking. So, how do you think about that stuff? You and I assume like you have a whole team now. You mean you got coaches, you got sponsors, you got agents. Don't you have that all that stuff now?
I have an agent. I
Okay.
have sponsor.
Okay.
I work with like Anthony and Lauren, but it's still very disjoint. I still have an independence problem where I'm like I don't reach out unless I like really need help on something. But
Right.
Anthony has gotten a lot of like me frantic messages over the last week because um, I don't know how much we want to get into this. You can stop me if I start rambling, but I feel like my season's been kind of weird in a way because Hamburg was such a high, did really well there, showed up to Phoenix, and I wasn't super happy with that race. And one race I'm kind of like, okay, was it a bad race? Was it just not the best race? And then I went to DC and I tried something different, and like the outcome was fine, like for trying something new, but still not like what I wanted. And so I kind of didn't have really have a sense of like where my fitness was. And then Poland happened, and now it's just kind of hit me that like what it's so misleading because of the times. And if we want to talk about times and all of that, we can. But
I
looking
heard I heard that you broke the London Marathon record. Was that you? Did you go sub 2?
me,
Yeah, was that you?
yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Congratulations.
Thank
They
you.
didn't think it could be done like in a real race. You know, Kipchoge did his thing. We weren't sure if it could be done in a regular race. You did it. Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah, I'm awesome. Um, what did that have to do with anything? That was the
Cuz
most random comment
you said we're
ever.
talking about times and I'm like that was a really fast time.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. Um, what else?
How do you not get my sense of humor this long into our friendship slash media athlete relationship? How do you not understand my sense of
I
humor?
was so locked into my own storyline, Matt. It's all about me.
Sorry. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay,
Um,
so as you were, so we get to Warsaw.
and then like Warsaw is kind of where it hit me that like it seems like either everybody else was taking a nap over the summer and I showed up in Hamburg really great, or everybody else has just made leaps and leaps and bounds and I have not. And it's hard to compare, right? Because if you were just able to look at the times, you'd be like, Vivian, you got a minute PR. And like, that's great. But if you look at everybody else who raced Hamburg, we're looking at 2, 3, 4, 5 minute differences from their Hamburg times. So, like, I think the only logical conclusion to that is like my fitness relative to everybody else is getting worse. So I'm kind of like, what the heck happened between Hamburg and now that I'm like in a much like it seems like my fitness has gone down somehow, despite like my training kind of being better. So I've been kind of talking to Anthony and being like, I don't know what's going on. Like, what can we modify? What can we fix? What do I do? The race is just continuing to tilt more towards how fast can you run type of deal. So it's just like, how like anybody who's actual runner, like you don't like all of a sudden get so much better in 8 weeks from running. But that's what I'm trying to do. I'm like, how can I possibly get faster in 8 weeks in running? And that in burpees pretty much is like the biggest holes in my game. But it's kind of like, what can you really do there? So it's kind of been like some of that back and forth, like um, just I guess trying to do whatever I can to improve my own race. But I think as delusional as I am, 3 minutes is a huge, 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 huge gap to close. And it's not like it's a one off race that I was 3 minutes back. Now I'm looking at three back to back races where I'm 3 minutes back from the person winning. So
Even in DC, you were 3 minutes back.
3 minutes back. Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, I mean, I think if you saw Hunter's video yesterday and he was showing the sleds,
Yeah.
and it should have been obvious to us, but maybe that's what you guys are getting now every time in the Elite 15 races. So they're only used like twice a weekend or 4 times a weekend, and so those are lasting longer. Or are they maybe literally giving you fresh sensor equipment every Elite 15 race?
Maybe. But I will say that was not the case. The DC felt very different from the other ones. But I agreed. In the majors, it seems like we're getting really, really fast sleds.
What
Um,
about Phoenix? Do you remember if Phoenix
Phoenix was
compared?
fast.
Right. So then the Phoenix shed should have been in DC,
I
assuming they again kept them separate in a little pile somewhere.
I mean, if you look at the times, I don't have it. I mean, I can pull it up, but it's hilarious. Like if you look at my DC, Phoenix, and Warsaw, for both Phoenix and Warsaw, I think the sleds were combined were 50 seconds to a minute faster than DC. So that's a big chunk, and that explains a lot of the difference between some of those times.
Yeah, I think maybe that's where someone who races more frequently might have an advantage, right? Like if you get different data points and you're racing a lot and you can adjust accordingly, like, oh, these are easy
Sure.
sleds. So now this saves this much energy here. I can do this much energy here. I mean, I'm just sort of like,
Yeah,
I am
that's
not a
so fair.
coach or a scientist, but that's what makes sense to me.
Yeah, more data points is really great. But it is just I think I'm probably one of the many people who's frustrated that we can't have a consistent enough race course that we can gather data, because like you should be able to look and say, you know, this affects this. It's already a really difficult sport to master and to train for, because there are all these different modalities. And then you throw in the fact that the race course calibration, that's all different. The sleds are different. Like it's challenging to really measure like how things are going.
Apparently, air conditioning matters now. I've heard was a big factor.
Yeah, yeah, it was freezing in that Poland venue. Did you? I don't know if they showed on the live stream. I was in a parka all the way until we walked on stage.
Really.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you clearly run faster when it's cooler.
yeah.
Um,
But is it that much of a
right,
difference?
that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. Like apparently in Nice, it was like everyone was dying, right? Because it was a
yeah,
super
yeah,
humid venue, and that makes
yes,
sense. Um,
yeah.
but we've talked it to death, this idea of the world records, and we thought we blew their wad in London. We were like, well, EMEAs, you'll never get another world record again. And then they're like, nope, hold my beer.
Oh,
So since that's unless they want to continue to do that and just like, well, let's just chop off 1K this time. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna, you know what I mean? Since they went so hard on that, I guess we assume somewhere between it's a storyline they wanted and flat out measuring incompetence. I really can't figure it out, and not like they're ever gonna tell us. So yeah, I think you have to go in and be ready for anything.
yeah. Yeah, I mean that's a fair thing, and it is like, it's so frustrating for everyone involved, and I feel so hard for anybody who wasn't there, who's like, "Well," like, you and, part of, like, and it's not just for elites, it's for everybody that, like, you want, like, part of the experience is, like, you want to get better, like, we're all chasing progress. That's throwback to when I used to actually listen to podcasts. I hardly listen to any podcasts anymore, but I remember
They're
Rich.
mostly a waste of time. You don't need to do
We're wasting our time right now.
it. It's just, no one's gonna hear this.
No one's gonna listen. Rich would say like it was really frustrating for him being in like OCR because everything's different all the time. You can only measure progress based on how you compare against other people, and that's so frustrating. And that also like it makes you more like of the nasty type competitive. Like when you really like are comparing against other people, like it becomes a lot more about beating other people. And like I would really like to like not have that be my end all be all. Like I want it to be against me, like things that I can control myself, giving my best effort. And um like yeah, and when you have varying courses, like it does like your metric of success, because you can't depend on the time, does go more to placement. And I think that's just a disappointing thing. I think that's not really something that I want to be my metric of success.
But back when you were in college swimming, didn't you want to like crush the other schools?
I mean, yeah, but like the swimming, but like my mood way more than it should have been was like how did I perform individually? What were my times? Did I get a better time? Did I get a worse time? Like that was like the measure of success for me. It's like obviously like you want to show up and like yay school woo like win, but like the personal, like the personal thing was always my times.
Was that your official cheer? Yay! Whoa! School win.
No, it was wahoo wah. A
Who
whole lot of
who
that.
did who did we hate? By the way, who was the big rival?
NC State.
Yeah, fuck them, right?
Oh my god, there was so much drama, and I think our school was in the wrong a lot of the time. To be 100% honest, we started some things. But yeah, there was a big rivalry there.
Why did we hate the Wolfpack?
So I mean, they were just good. Um, so my third year, one of their old assistant coaches came over and was our head coach. Um, and one of the things he did, this was him. This came from him, the adult. All right. One of their girls, they're really good backstroker. Her like ritual was to always jump in the water last for the start, because you start in the water for backstroke swimming. Um,
So she told you guys, wait, don't jump
and
in.
so Todd was like, none of you guys get in the water. And so they're telling everybody to get in the water, and all of the UVA girls are just having a standoff with
I
this
love
new
it. I kind
coach.
of like it. I like it.
Yeah, it was a lot of that. Um, some other stuff, just the best teams wanting to win and just being immature.
Yeah, I do think like I don't know when I've deployed this necessarily, but I do think gamesmanship, like there's definitely something to it, right?
Yeah, for sure. But I
Like
think like I think like my thing is like when you're able to kind of take a step back, like I'm like when we're all like high on adrenaline and whatever, like yeah, like kill each other raw. But like when I'm like kind of taking a step back and like addressing things, I want, again, I want it to be like things that I could control, and not have to like not be dependent on things that are outside of my control, I guess.
yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. And forget Olympics, by the way, because people go, they want to be an Olympic sport. I don't care. I don't think it's gonna happen. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But if you want to create a professional sport and you say it's 8K of running, we think it's 8-7 all in, and yes, like a marathon, there will be some differences, right? That is a statement, right? However, like you said, like these percentage differences, which are clearly out of whack, right? Now you've hurt your sport because like again, what are you going to do when they're slower? Are you going to say, well, clearly all of our athletes did worse this year because right? They're going to have to at some point. And again, like I think they're not thinking far enough ahead because clearly it has become the storyline during the live feeds. And so now you've now taught them to talk about that. So what are you going to say about that if a world record is end all be all? Which I don't expect them to not say it, but if I were commentating, I would say this is the fastest anyone's ever gone. But hey, guys, listen, there's got to be some out of whackness here since they haven't done that. When next year, when you and Lauren and Ronco and Joanna and all the top people are going slower, what are they going to say? Well, looks like our sport sucks now. Everyone's going slower. I mean, it's just so silly. Not
Yeah.
sucks, but they're not. You know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I agree. And
It's
like,
not very forward thinking to go from, I did the math, I wrote the article. Rich said I did no math. Correct. Chat helped me a lot with the math, but I did dig in and look at everyone's times, and it's like, okay, now I said, okay, chat, now break all the arguments for me, right? Why is it different than it's a newer sport, or why is it the athletes are getting better? And it's like all the reasons why it's just not humanly possible for one or two people to do that, let alone 10.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't yeah, it's frustrating for everybody, especially like for the people not in it. Like, like when I'm watching these fast courses, I am like, you've got to be kidding me. And then when I'm in it, I'm like, sorry guys, like I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's not our fault, but
Well, yeah,
it's
and even for a guy like me, right, who's trying to get better and
yeah,
yes, in fact, qualify for worlds in my age group,
yeah,
I want to get better. And if I get in because I beat other people and my time got better, great. But it's like, no, I'd like to know that I actually got better. Like I was
yeah,
disappointed when I learned, like I thought my pacing was correct in DC. I was like, oh, my pacing was fine. It's like, no, no, no. It was actually the runs were shorter and it was a longer first and last or whatever it was. And I was like, oh, that's kind of disappointing.
yeah. And I think like I saw your thing about like should HYROX sell now, like the arguments with like Tough Mudder and CrossFit and whatever. And like I'm trying to think of like what is required to make this like a long-standing thing, like not just a trend. Like in a few years, when a lot of people have done this once, like what's going to keep people coming back? And like I'm not a professional on this. I can only speak to like my mindset and like the mindset that I have as a competitor. But like when I'm putting in all this time, energy, and effort, like I want like a product where I can do exactly what you said, like compare myself, like be able to measure my progress. And I feel like that's a really important thing when this is a time-based event. If it's a time-based event, then what's like then saying, oh, times don't matter is like, well, then what's the point?
Yeah, and I spent a long time thinking about that because I had that thought in my head for a while about like when is it like if you sold now, is it possible it's too early? Yes, but better to be too early than too late. And that's really what you're doing with. And I've said this a lot, but because I came from OCR and I came from a start line in Tough Mudder where there was people for as far as you could see. And I thought about that and I made sure to take it in Phoenix. And I was like, this is amazing. And one day we won't be able to do this. Maybe it's 5, maybe it's 10, maybe it's 20, but it cannot keep going up forever.
Yeah,
So if you look at the business side and you look at those valuations, and by the way, my Tough Mudder valuation was way off, but in the next video, I'll correct it. It was way lower. But either way, Tough Mudder did in fact go bankrupt, and CrossFit is doing the CrossFit thing. And so, like these guys, will they be one of those tales that's like it was once valued at a billion and now it's worth this, and they sold it for and again, other people do own part of it, but they certainly have like they can I think Mo and Christian, whoever's on that team. So like again, we're probably not at the peak, but if you knew what the peak was, then you're a genius. Just like a stock. Well, I know that this is as high as IBM's ever going to go this year, so I'm going to sell. It's like no one's going to know, but I think we're definitely in the range of peak, 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 right? Next 2 to 3 years, and then listen, it'll level off and be fine. But again, because of where we are with fitness, every day that's all I read is articles about more investment, more investment, more investment. Um, you know, when people see um the feed and a maze fit and Puma, they're like, well, how do we get some of this fucking stuff, right? That's how
Yeah.
you know it's real.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm deferring to you. I mean, you're like you've been around, and I think another thing is like this is your job to like critique and to think and analyze, but I also just want to plug out for all of the criticism that we're throwing in. um a comment that I thought was pretty relevant, ironically, from like a Taylor Swift acceptance speech, is like how hard it must be to be building a sport in this era where there's so much criticism from social media. So like I as much as we're kind of dogging on some choices made, some things made, and I would like to think for the most part, like I want to try to provide uh feedback privately before I say anything publicly. Like I want to like find a solution. I'm not just trying to like poke for the sake of poking. And that's why I say like let's standardize the format or XYZ. But I just want to give them some like credit where credit is
I,
due.
I give I give them a lot of credit a lot
I
of
know.
times.
I want to give them credit too, Matt. Okay.
Okay, I'm glad you do.
We're on here.
I,
Okay.
I'm glad you
Go
do.
HYROX.
Go listen. It's currently feeding my family. It bought this microphone. All right. It took me a long time to get a good microphone. Thank you, HYROX. You've built a sport that is taking over the world. And that's really hard to do. That's really,
Yeah.
really hard to do.
Yeah.
Because I always think tastes are so much more fickle, right? So like when
Yeah.
like escape rooms and axe throwing was happening, I'm like, all right, well, that's got a 3 or 4 year window, maybe, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is considerably bigger, right? Because
Definitely.
there's no ecosystem supporting those things. I'm still torn on whether pickleball is about to crash. I mean, it appears to be massive, but I can't imagine people stay in it forever. I just can't. Can you? Do you
Yeah. I
know any
don't know.
pickleball players?
No. Well, I mean, for fun, like a little bit, but not like I don't know, not in a big way.
But there's leagues and clothing and gear and podcasts. Like it's got its own ecosystem, right? It's happening. But I like they built a big one down the street for me, and I'm like, I don't know. People are fickle, dude. And like you said, it's really hard. We're in a very critical time, as you said. However, I can say that like Instagram knows what it's doing, and if fitness is doing well, it's going to keep feeding it to people.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
fair.
what right.
Yeah,
That's why they mean like high tides help all boats, right?
yeah, yeah. It's a blessing and a curse. I feel like, yeah. I just don't want to be a super negative person. So I
I
just wanted to put my disclaimer out that like for all of the misgivings, I don't want it to be like a full bash HYROX kind of thing.
um how much time do you guys talk about doubles?
What specifically about doubles?
Well, I mean, you guys, you won the 3 races you did together.
Yeah, I
So,
mean,
you guys spend a lot of time talking about it?
no. Not at all. I don't. Me and Lauren just. I think we were like probably on the start line saying like, oh, or like in the warm up area saying like, oh, we were like, do we try the Charlie Lauren little like lunge transition, which we didn't end up doing. We don't really talk strategy hardly at all. Um, I mean, like it's pretty clear what I have to do. I just got to run faster. So I mean that's kind of the thing. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think we do? Like we call each other after the race, like, oh my gosh, devils. I don't know. Like what do you think? What conversation are you expecting to have?
I Vivian, you could have said we never talk about it at all. You could have said, yeah, we spend about 10 minutes beforehand going over our strategy. You could have said 100 things. I'm just like, hey, you're a world-class elite fitness racer in the singles. Let's talk about doubles a little bit. I was just transitioning a little bit over.
Sorry. Maybe I am a hater. I just hate
you're,
you.
s- you just a bit defensive this morning, Vivian. Jeez Louise.
Oh my gosh, I'm terrible.
Um, yeah, well, it must be nice to be so good at something that you just fucking, rock it right out, I guess.
I guess. I mean, it just It doesn't feel very good, I'll tell you that. I spent a whole hour just wishing I was a faster runner.
That's the whole time? That's what you're spending
Yeah,
doing?
that's all I'm thinking during that race is like,
Can I give you some I'll give you a piece of coaching, okay?
okay,
Free
please,
piece of advice from me.
please.
Think about those extra dollars and cents you're getting. Like, dude, I'm
Mm,
getting some money here.
that when I am hurting, I'm like, at least I'm getting paid.
That's what I'm saying. It's a nice, right?
It was nice, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, so if you thought about at all like we do get more races, right? I posted today that reminding folks that this week we get Boston and Toronto both on sale. Like, so are you
Mhm.
going to go outside of just the majors when they're announced, or are you going to maybe throw yourself into a couple of these?
And the problem has always been like my PTO. Like I'm already going to be really stretching that all the way if I want to get to these big races, and even like 5 races a year is a lot. And so even trying to go outside of that, I mean, for the PTO aspect of it, but also from like a training and peaking, like I don't want to constantly be like taking time off to race, taking off time off like my training to race, having to recover from a hard race. So I'm gonna be going to like as few races as I can get away with, to be honest.
Really? Where
Yeah.
are you geographically again?
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Like you do have some pretty close ones though, right?
I I it's not really about the closeness though.
Well, I mean, if you could leave Friday afternoon, if they're racing on Saturday, right?
I guess that's true. Yeah. But like still that's still another day PTO. And I want to like save those for like the bigger races. And also like if I have to pick or choose a race to go to, I'm going to choose the one that has the money to it. Like, if I have to make 5, like then I'm probably going to try to go to the ones that have like the money in them. To be honest, and like a lot of times I need extra PTO to go overseas for those. So like that's it's a balance of like conserving PTO, getting the most bang for my buck, and then like I said before, like I don't want to show up to a race unprepared. Like I don't want to show up and be like, well, I just had a hard training session yesterday, and I'm just doing this for like that's I don't want to make like excuses for myself within the race, and I also don't want to show up, have a bad race, and have that mess with me. So like I only want to show up to a few and show up like dialed and like feeling good
Right.
is also a big thing for me.
What if they go, "Hey guys, the payouts are massive," right? And like you could just make a living on like sponsor dough and winnings if like the majors paid out like massively. Would you consider like not working?
I mean, like we talked about before, and whenever HYROX makes a decision that I don't agree with, I think that pushes me away from that because I'm like, if it's not just about even if I thought I was like the best HYROX racer in the world and I'm going to go to all these races, I'm going to get a bunch of sponsorships and win money, which I don't. It's not just about me and my abilities. It's about HYROX continuing to ascend, HYROX continuing to make the right decisions, people continuing to care. Like there's all of these other things that don't depend on like me racing well. And I think that's a pretty big risk to take to go and do that things like that. And I also from like a mental standpoint, I don't want to add pressure to myself by needing to do really well in these races. You know? Like if I'm full-time athlete, then like it's feast or famine. That now with the races. Like now I just show up and I'm like "Oh, I'm sad that I didn't do great in Poland," but it doesn't matter. Like in the grand scheme of my life, like it doesn't matter all that much. And I take things pretty hard, to be honest with you. Like when it comes to race outcomes, like I've always been like that. So anything that I can do to like keep things fun and low stakes is like really important for me, like in my life, and I think also in my performance, to be honest.
So you don't want to be defined as a person by being an athlete. That's what I'm hearing you saying.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want it to all my eggs to be in one basket. Yeah.
What are you drinking there?
Metal.
Is that a sponsor?
It's my dad's drink.
Oh, your dad makes it?
Yeah.
Did you tell me this?
I don't know if I told you. It's
I've
on.
met your dad multiple times. I'm a fan.
It's a new. It's a new venture.
All right.
Are you buying some? Go buy some. It's yummy.
Let me give him a follow.
Oh, and he's gone. Okay, well now I know I'm on record, and I'm not saying anything stupid.
All right. So my phone does this every time I try to look at it while I'm talking to you. So I'm going to go on Instagram on here.
It's still very new. The marketing is definitely going to be a pain point for him. That's something that that he's working on, and we're providing a lot of feedback on.
All right. Well, you should have him give me a call.
I will.
Meet our founders. Let's meet Metal's founders and hear their why. Bill Tafuto and Pat Lyons.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I know.
Let's go, Dad. No,
I know.
Clean focus, no caffeine, no jitters. Nootropics and vitamins.
Yeah.
Where focus meets wellness. I'm down.
Yeah, you can have your Dunkin' in the morning, and then you can pop one of these out before bed. So you go to sleep.
Well, I don't know. Did you see my story yesterday?
No, what was your story yesterday?
I may never go to Dunkin' again.
Oh my God. This is the biggest switch up in history.
I'll have to show you something. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Can you see that?
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Yeah. So here's also me before this. That is me vacuuming out coffee grounds because my wife and I can't follow the most basic directions. These things literally don't even have words. There's just pictures. And I saw a hole. I'm like, that must be where beans go. It's not where beans go. So we almost broke it before we used it. But yes, I have to say, I may never go to Starbucks or Dunkin' again. It's the greatest thing I've ever bought myself or bought. We bought it for us, me and my wife.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I don't drink coffee, so right on.
Do you take any caffeine in?
I take some before I race. That's the only time I take it.
In what form do you take it?
Just pills, caffeine pills.
Just caffeine pills. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably switch to gel. Gel's probably better, but that's what I usually do.
Have you ever almost accidentally left a gel on course?
When before that was a rule, I've definitely thrown a gel off to the side like we were told to. But yeah, the rules are changing, so I haven't done it when it was a thing.
Right. Don't spit or throw gels.
No. Won't do it.
Well, you know what we should have done earlier? We should have turned this around, give your sponsor some love.
Oh, nice. I didn't even realize that it was the wrong way. And now I'm bothered because like the orientation is different than I'm used to. So like my face just looks weird. It looks weird now. But I'm glad that we're repping.
Do you want me to flip it back?
No, let's keep it.
So you do have representation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do have a team essentially, right?
Yeah. I mean, for some things, I'm just picturing like people carrying my stuff, going grocery shopping for me.
Oh, that kind of team. Yeah, we're not there yet. We're not there.
We're not there.
But you're with Ripple. That's Bajan and Co. Right?
Yeah.
Good dude. Great dude.
Yeah. Great fam.
Right? Making things happen.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely like I feel like such a I probably shouldn't say that word on here. I feel like such a poser when like I have to when I talk to people and I say anything about having an agent. I'm like I can't believe that these words are coming out of my mouth.
What word you have used?
Dude.
Okay, I was gonna say that's the word I thought you were going with, but then I was like, you could have just said D word. I would have known.
Okay, that's what it was.
But yeah, listen, I think we just have to work on some self-confidence issues.
That's what you're getting from this?
That's what it sounds like.
That's what I'm getting from
If
this.
somebody's talking to you about something, you're like, "Hey, listen, you have to talk to my agent. This is how it works."
I do tell people that.
Right. But
And,
you
like,
feel a certain way. Listen, I get it. I get it. We all have it. Listen, everybody has imposter syndrome. Everybody.
I don't believe in being confident all the time. I think if you're confident all the time, you're probably lying or you're an idiot with poor survival skills.
Well, not all the time. Not all
Yeah,
the time.
not all the
Listen,
time.
listen, I'm gonna tell you a secret. If there aren't that many people listening, since we said anybody's listening,
Okay.
it's mostly what I have going for me. Like I don't have a bunch of other skills. The confidence is what's gotten me this far. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
great. That's great. It's just not oh, no. Whenever I have, like, weaknesses or weak points and I, like, say them out loud, then, like, it becomes my mission to fix the weak point. So
Right.
now that we've, like, put it out into the universe, now I actually need to fix it.
Right.
Darn it, Matt.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to whatever, but
Matt's like,
listen,
"I have
I'm
no
sure
idea what
listen,
you're talking about," but
listen.
okay.
This has been coming up lately. I have a 16, almost 17-year-old son. And
Mhm.
so my wife and I are saying, like, listen, like that's you gotta get rejected, you gotta fake it till you make it, like all that stuff. Because
I'm
like
great
that's
at faking it till I make it.
okay,
Ma
then you're good.
Matt, do you remember what my first HYROX time was? Do you remember?
I remember you had less than 1,000 followers. I do remember that.
I remember that too. That wasn't very long ago.
Your
But
first Howard time was what? I don't
a
remember.
126, Matt. You think that I don't have confidence? I was like, I'm gonna be great at this. 126?
Have you talked to your pal Calypso lately?
We messaged like a decent amount. Why?
Well, no, because she's like, she wasn't really all in on this thing now, and now she's
And
like
now she's in Egypt.
and now she's crushing it, and you guys are swimming buddies.
I know we are swimming buddies. She's awesome. She's like, I mean, I definitely do not subscribe to the label of being a hybrid athlete. I'm like, no, I just do high rocks. I'm
Right.
really not all that athletic, but that girl is a hybrid athlete. That she can do it all. She's insane. Actual just peak athleticism is Calypso.
Yeah, I mean, when you're just like, "Yeah, I'm down," like, she does wanna go to the Olympics for OCR. I'm like, "You gonna learn defense?" She's like, "Yep. I'm going to
Yeah,
camp right now."
yeah,
I just thought you guys would have a special bond. All the swimmers would have, like, a
we
special
do. We
bond.
do have a bond.
So who
Yeah.
else is in that list?
Well, me, Calypso, like, I mean, I don't feel like we're the two closest because we like Alex. I don't think swam. He didn't swim for like a college team, but like me and Calypso were both like D1. Like I knew who she was before um she had no idea who I was. Calypso's very good at swimming. Okay, very good.
So even though she was way over there in the Pac-10, you knew who she was?
I knew I think she's 3 or 4 years younger than me. I knew who she was because she is that good. Like when I saw her
Wow.
name, also her name's super distinct, but I saw her name pop up on like some OCR stuff, and I was like, "That's that really good swimmer girl." And I knew her, and I was like, I like went up to her at one of the early houses, and I'm like, "Hi," and I just like introduced myself, which I never do because I'm not that kind of person. But I was like, "I know who you are."
And you lack self-confidence. People who don't know us are gonna be like, "Matt, why were you so mean to her? Why were you so mean to that girl? She's so sweet." Like, it's jokes, folks. We know each other really well, I think.
Well, I was just you're like that's you were saying that I was a sweet person. People seem to think that I'm really nice, and I'm confused by that. I am. I'm like, what are your standards for really nice? Because I don't feel like I'm all that nice. Like I'm not like mean, but like if people are nice, why would you not also be nice?
I was just so people know, I was walking to my hotel from Phoenix, and you gave me a ride. What's nicer than that, than a person going, "Hey, you need a lift?"
I don't feel like that's that great.
I
It's
think
that
that was nice.
that
You coulda
special. Okay.
easily just waved and kept on going. You could have just as easily waved, which I've done to people. There's some people I've
Bye,
picked up, and some people
Matt.
I've picked up and kept on going. No, I didn't realize she was like that. I didn't know that. And then I was gonna ask you something, and I just lost it. Oh, man. That's what I
Calypso
get for being mean to you.
swimming, no, low self confidence, crying myself to sleep, anything with that.
Swimming, you're talking about I said, "Who's in that club?" It was right
Division
there.
One, Big Ten.
No, yeah, I
I'm just
can't.
trying to get the juices going.
No, I know I can't, and I can't think of it. I'm really bummed out.
Well,
Oh,
okay.
I was gonna ask you, what are you watching these days? Are you watching anything on the television, TV, or movies?
I don't watch things anymore. All I do is read.
Okay, what are you reading these days?
Just whatever easy romance book that is super predictable and super corny. That's what I read.
Okay, yeah, that's
Super
never
easy.
been my thing. I've never read one of those.
I love them.
I'm the opposite. I consume way too much TV and movies and my phone, and I don't read anything anymore. And I really should. It keeps you smart.
Well, I used to. I also was that way with like I used to be a big TV movie person, but now I just I can only do the books now. It's a
Uh,
problem.
well, I would like to give a plug to the Michael Jackson movie. Speaking of my kids, we went yesterday.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'd heard a lot of bad things, and I expected it to be bad, but even you still go with your kids because they want to see something. I loved it. The guy sounds just like Michael. He dances. It's amazing. Don't read the reviews. Critics are hating it for some
I'm
reason.
not. I was just looking for like who the person playing them was. Like
It's his nephew,
what? That's
Shafar Jackson.
that's
It's
crazy.
unbelievable. As soon as he opens his mouth, you're like, oh my God. Well, there's the kid version, and then there's the like the 10-year-old version. And then there's the once you get to the early 20s, like once we get to the off the wall version, he starts talking, and you're like, that's how Michael sounds. Like
Yeah.
and the whole movie keeps it. And then I don't know if he's singing or they're using tracks or both, but that's amazing. And then obviously the dancing you can't fake. I mean, you were like, it was kind of amazing to watch.
That's cool.
Anyway, 2 thumbs up for the Michael Jackson movie.
They've done good with those. Like I feel like the what the his name? Freddie Mercury one was good. Rocket Man I thought was good. Jesus.
I didn't love that. I didn't love that one nearly as much.
Okay. But
I
they're pretty
think
entertaining.
I think watching it just reminded me, and again, because I'm older and grew up with it, I think I'm like we're just remembering like what a phenomenon he was. Like the closest thing you could say is Taylor Swift, speaking of Taylor, but even bigger because we lived in what we called the monoculture back then. So there wasn't a million other things taking our
Yeah.
it was here's Michael. And like that was the biggest, and it's why people would pass out when they saw him, because it's not like now where everyone lives on your phone and they're literally talking to you on their IG every day. Like people would pass out because it's like, oh my God, I can't believe this person is in front of me.
Yeah.
And I think that was it. It was a lot of pleasant, and the songs, come on. I mean, they play like 20 of the songs and they play them like almost all the way through. And you're moving and grooving in your seats there.
Yeah. Sounds like a good time. Good music. I like that music. So.
Listen, you want a break from your intense training schedule and whatever else you do, like go see the movie.
I probably won't see it, I'll be honest. I was gonna say I'll do it. No, I won't. I probably won't see it. But I took a break yesterday from my intense training schedule. We went painted pottery, we got seafood for my sister's birthday, and then we ate a bunch of like chocolate peanut butter cake.
And you
So
posted a really cute video of when you were kids, obviously.
I know, I love those videos. Sally's so funny. My favorite one of those is like the swimming one where she didn't hear them say "take your mark," so then it just goes "go," and she's like has to like crouch down and
I
try
thought
to
they
start.
don't say go, they just go beep.
Well, yeah, it's like "take your mark," beep, but she didn't hear the "take your mark" then, so she's like not ready, and then it's just beep, and she's like, it just kind of like awkwardly dives in the water, and it's great. So,
Tell us what the start line is like now for HYROX.
So the start line now is a system of lights. Is it like based on F1 maybe?
Yes.
And the lights start from the outsides and they light up red going onto the inside. And then when they're all illuminated red, there's a random component where it could be 0.5 seconds up to, I think it's either 2 or 3 seconds where it stays red. And then when they blink off, that's when you're allowed to go. And they did that because when they were counting down, there's like that element of being able to anticipate the start. And like, I guess in Melbourne, a bunch of the people went early. So they wanted to make it more official and make sure that people weren't gaining any kind of advantage at the
Yeah,
start of
it's almost impossible not to have a false start with 3, 2, 1 because people start leaning and then
right.
usually one person goes, and then when one
Yeah.
person goes, everybody goes. So it's probably a smart move.
Yeah. Yeah. And so there's like penalties if you leave a certain amount early.
Do you get DQ'd?
No, I think if you leave less than a half second, it's 15 seconds penalty. If you leave any amount more than that early, it's either a 1 or 2 minute penalty.
Yeah, not a good thing to do. You got a whole, 50 something minutes to settle in there, guys. Don't
Yeah.
kill yourself at the start.
No, it's not hard to like not do that. It's really not. Especially because we're all like slow twitch. So like sometimes I've like I've kind of been like waiting for other people to react and I'm like, "Oh, this is taking us a long time to go."
Where do you situate yourself?
Like in terms of the line. Well,
Like, do you stand
in doubles I'm like I got to be up there. I cannot give Lauren any longer of a leash. In singles, I try to get up. Like Anthony's gotten on me before about like Vivian, you need to stand on the front line, and I'm like, but I'm not gonna run that fast to start. And he's like, no, you gotta stand on the front line. Like it's gun time. So like if you're like, there's no, you can't hang in the back and then like be fine when you cross the line. Like you gotta do
Yeah,
what you gotta
except
do.
that you're gonna make up that time. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna make up the half second.
I
I
know
think.
this. I know this.
All
He's
right,
the one.
sometimes you gotta push back on the coach. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't do it, but on the doubles, I'm like, no, I gotta do it.
Right. All right. Well, how many weeks are we at till Sweden?
7.
Well, and I'm guessing you're not doing anything between now and then. You're not going to jump into a deck of strong or anything.
No. Nope. Just train. Just try to be a runner. Try to be the runner that I never was.
All right. Well, listen, I'm sure I'm going to see you a lot over there. And some of the times I'll say, hey, can we do an interview? And sometimes I'll just see you as a friend and just wave.
Just wave and say, Vivian, don't be insecure.
Say, Winnie, be confident. Be the best.
Be confident.
Be the best you can be.
What if the best me I can be is not confident me?
Then do that. Then do that then.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. Good to see you.
Nice seeing you.
Can I order a case of this stuff from your dad? I want to support.
Yeah, you
him.
can.
Okay.
He's got a Shopify.
All right, let's talk.
Try to get on Amazon.
All right, I'm going to end this and then we'll talk. All right.